Hey fam, welcome to another video. My camera's gone flat, so I'm using my iPhone camera, but it's still pretty mint quality. So on this video, I want to go through the number one role that you should think about within your business. It's one of the first roles that I ever hired for, and it made such a big difference to my growth and my transformation. And so I want you to stick around and listen to this one because there's going to be a lot of wisdom nuggets in this one. So the first role that I ever hired. Wait, before I get into that, right? I'm going to keep you there for a minute. So when you're building business, what's the first thing that people see before they buy your service, right? They go to your social media, or perhaps you're referred, right? But most of the time, probably 80 to 90% of the time, people are having a look at your social media, right? So they're checking out your marketing. They're getting to know what you're about. They want to understand more of you. They want to see if there's a resonance there. So it's your marketing, right? Because you can do all the lead generation in the world, right? And there's certain lead gen strategies that will fill your pipeline up and get your calendar filled. However, when you couple that with marketing, that's when you start to see things shoot through the roof, okay? Branding and marketing and how you show up. And so one of the first hires that I ever had was a social media manager. And with that social media manager, I actually recruited this person myself because it was before I had really started my VA company, and it was for one of my other businesses that I was growing at the time. Now, in my head, I kind of figured, okay, cool, if I hire this social media manager, they can handle a majority, like 80% of the marketing. Like I just rock up, I do the videos, I come up for the lives, I write some of the content, and then they just mush it all together, right? So they marry the graphic with the caption, they do the video editing, they multi-purpose the content, and they put it out into Reels, and they upload it to YouTube for me, and they do the YouTube scripts and all of those beautiful things, yeah? So I was like, that makes sense to me. And so when I did this, when I really dialed in my marketing I only had one VA at the time with my marketing. I've got a couple of others and a few other team members that are helping me now with our marketing campaigns. But to start with, this one VA that I had on for part-time hours, 20 hours a week, I was still working as a nurse. I wasn't even paying myself in the business. It was this person that was making sure that I was consistent with my marketing, because I'm not a consistent person. Okay, I put my hand up. Like, I'm inconsistently consistent. I've said this before. When I go to the gym, I don't have like certain days that I'm going to the gym, but I will go 4 or 5 times a week. But I'm not like Mondays leg day, Tuesdays back, Wednesdays arms. Like I go when I go. So I'm consistent in that way, but I'm not consistent with the days that I go on. And it's much like my business. Like everyone's got different energy levels. And one of the things that I recognize in my business, and this is what they bang on about in marketing and social media, is consistent. Like that's the key, right? And content is king and all these other pieces. So I was like, okay, consistency isn't like a strong suit of mine. How can I hack this? Cool. Hire a VA, put some systems in place, and then leverage that. And it worked. When I first started this business, I had people reaching out to me every single day, left, right, and center, and I couldn't keep up with, and this is just through organic posting on social media. I was on Facebook, and I would have at least 4 or 5 people message me a day, and they were asking about, like, could I hire for them, what VA services were there, and that's just because I was showing up. I was just consistent, right? But it wasn't just me, right? I had someone behind me helping me, scheduling, putting the content together. Like, it honestly probably saved me at least 30 hours a week of my time. And so that 30 hours of my time was going towards other things. Like I was hopping on sales calls. I was building out systems so that we could get ready to broaden our parameters to hold more and sustain that so we wouldn't wobble as much. And so it was really just this kind of balancing game of like, cool, like bring this person in to help with that, bring this person in to do that, put the workflow together. That was my first hire ever. So if you're unsure on what role you should start off with in your business, and if you're a solopreneur, I would highly recommend either a social media manager or a bookkeeper. Like if you don't have someone helping you with your books and you're still doing the accounting and sending invoices and chasing clients, like stop that right now. get a bookkeeper, get a VA to help you. You can get hybrid roles as well. So virtual assistant, right, is quite a wide term that's used. And you might get a virtual assistant that has a specialty skill of social media management, and they might have a secondary skill of video editing, or they could do some admin and bookkeeping stuff as well. So this is what my company does, right? So we have a very holistic recruitment process, and what we do is we look at you as an individual and the things that are important to you. What are the priorities and what are the nice to haves? And then this is what we look at with the candidates that we give, with our cream of the crop, the top 1% virtual professionals, as we say. These are the people that we're lining up, and it's based on a very holistic process of looking at you and the things that are a priority right now. This is what I would recommend, is just get really, really clear on the things that you're looking to delegate. I do have a delegation cheat sheet, by the way. If you haven't grabbed that yet, I will leave a link below. That's helped like thousands of entrepreneurs now. I get heaps of feedback on that. So have a look. That will give you some more clarity on like, what are the things that I can delegate? In my company, we've got people that are hiring part-time, and then we have people that hire their entire teams out through us as well, right? And they're adding a new VA every single month because they're just in scale mode. So everyone's so different. Everyone's unique. We work with all sorts of clients in the US, Australia, even some places in Europe. So if this is something that is of curiosity to you, then please book a call below. I don't do hard sales calls, okay? And it needs to be synergistic. So worst case scenarios, you come on the call and you're like, cool, I'm not ready. No worries. Perhaps I can at least try and point you in the right direction. And if it is a good fit, we can see what candidates, what top 1% candidates we can actually line you up with, so you can create more spaciousness. But my recommendation would be is to start thinking about those marketing things if you don't have people or workflows in place for that yet. And definitely check out the delegation cheat sheet. So I hope this has been of service to you. I hope this has helped you to get a little bit more clarity. Leave me some comments below and I will personally write back to you. I love hearing from you guys. And thank you for watching this video. Stick around and I will see you on the next one. See ya.